For those of us navigating life over 40 with diabetes, you know this journey is far more intricate than simply cutting out sugar. It's a common misconception, isn't it? Perhaps you've heard people casually dismiss diabetes management as just a dietary tweak. But you and I know the truth is far more complex, touching almost every system in your body. Today, we're going to demystify this condition together, exploring it not just as a diagnosis, but as an integral part of your unique biological story. Have you ever stopped to truly consider what diabetes fundamentally means for your body? At its core, it's not just about high blood sugar. It's about how your body utilizes the energy it derives from the food you eat. Think of your body as a sophisticated high-performance engine. Glucose, or sugar, is its primary fuel, and insulin is the key that unlocks the cells, allowing this fuel to enter and power everything you do, from thinking to moving, to simply existing. When this intricate system falters, when that key doesn't quite fit or isn't produced in sufficient amounts, your body's engine struggles. Energy remains locked out of your cells, accumulating in your bloodstream. And this, my friends, is where the real complexity of diabetes begins. You see, there isn't just one type of diabetes, but primarily two main forms that we, especially those of us over 40, are most concerned with. First, there's type 1 diabetes, a condition where your body's immune system mistakenly attacks and destroys the cells in your pancreas that produce insulin. It's an autoimmune response, essentially turning your own defenses against a vital part of your energy system. For those with type 1, insulin replacement is not just a treatment. It's a life-sustaining necessity. Then there's type 2 diabetes, which is far more prevalent, particularly in our age group. Here, your body either doesn't produce enough insulin, or, more commonly, your cells become resistant to the insulin your pancreas does produce. It's like having plenty of keys, but the locks on your cells no longer quite respond, leaving glucose stranded in your bloodstream. This resistance is a critical factor, and understanding it is key to effective management. Perhaps you've experienced some of the subtle whispers your body sends when this energy system isn't functioning optimally. Have you noticed an unquenchable thirst, even after drinking plenty of water? Or a frequent, almost urgent need to urinate, disrupting your daily routine or even your sleep? Many people report a persistent feeling of fatigue, an inexplicable tiredness that no amount of rest seems to cure. You might also find that minor cuts or scrapes take an unusually long time to heal, or perhaps your vision has become a little blurry, making it harder to read or see clearly. These aren't just minor annoyances. They are important signals, your body's way of telling you that something significant is happening with its energy metabolism. Recognizing these signs is the first crucial step, but what truly solidifies our understanding and path forward is a proper diagnosis. And how is this vital information obtained? Through specific and reliable blood tests. Your doctor will typically check your fasting blood glucose levels, your A1C, which gives an average of your blood sugar over the past 2 to 3 months, and sometimes an oral glucose tolerance test. These tests aren't just numbers on a lab report. They are the definitive evidence, the scientific proof that allows medical professionals to accurately identify diabetes and determine its type. Studies consistently emphasize that early diagnosis is paramount. Why? Because the sooner we understand what's happening within your body, the sooner we can take proactive steps to prevent or mitigate the potential long-term complications that diabetes can bring. This knowledge empowers you, transforming uncertainty into a clear path for action. But what truly drives these changes in our bodies? What are the underlying causes and risk factors that lead to type 1 or type 2 diabetes, especially as we age? In our next segment, we will peel back the layers to explore the genetic predispositions, the environmental triggers, and the lifestyle choices that play a pivotal role in this complex condition. We'll delve into the fascinating biological mechanisms, unraveling how insulin resistance develops and how your pancreas adapts, or sometimes struggles to adapt, to these challenges. Join us as we uncover the precise science behind why your body might be experiencing these changes. In our last segment, we discussed the fundamental nature of diabetes, distinguishing between type 1 and type 2, and pinpointing those crucial early warning signs. Now, let's peel back the curtain further, shall we? You might be asking yourself, why me? What truly causes these profound changes within my body? especially as I've crossed that significant threshold of 40 years. It's a vital question, and understanding the why is the cornerstone of effective management. Let's begin by exploring the roots of type 1 diabetes. Even though it's less common in our age group, it's essential to understand its distinct mechanism. Imagine your immune system, a sophisticated army designed to protect you from invaders like viruses and bacteria. In type 1 diabetes, this army, for reasons still not fully understood, mistakenly identifies your own pancreatic beta cells, the very cells responsible for producing insulin, as a threat. It launches an attack, systematically destroying them. This isn't a choice. It's an autoimmune response, a biological misdirection. While genetics play a significant role, predisposing certain individuals to this condition, environmental triggers, such as specific viral infections, are also suspected of potentially initiating this autoimmune cascade. For those living with type 1, your body simply ceases to produce that essential insulin key. Now, let's turn our attention to type 2 diabetes, which, as we mentioned, is far more prevalent, particularly for us over 40. Here, the story is often more intricate, a tapestry woven from multiple threads. Have you ever considered the invisible forces that shape your health? Genetics, for instance, are undeniably powerful. If your parents or siblings have type 2 diabetes, your own risk is significantly higher. It's like inheriting a predisposition, a blueprint that might make your body more susceptible. But genetics are not destiny. They load the gun, but lifestyle often pulls the trigger. Consider your age. As we mature past 40, your body undergoes natural changes. Your metabolism can slow, and your cells might gradually become less responsive to insulin. This isn't a flaw. It's a part of the aging process, but it does increase vulnerability. And what about your daily habits? Have you ever thought about how much your body truly craves movement? A sedentary lifestyle where physical activity is minimal plays a significant role. When you're active, your muscles use glucose for energy, helping to keep blood sugar levels balanced. Without that regular demand, glucose tends to linger. Perhaps one of the most significant risk factors we face is excess body weight, particularly around the abdomen. Have you noticed how stubborn that belly fat can be? This isn't just a cosmetic concern. Adipose tissue, especially visceral fat, isn't just inert storage. It's metabolically active. It releases inflammatory substances and hormones that can directly interfere with insulin's ability to function properly, essentially creating a state of chronic inflammation that contributes to insulin resistance. This leads us to the heart of the biological mechanisms at play in type 2 diabetes. Imagine your body's cells, once perfectly receptive to insulin, now starting to ignore it. This is insulin resistance. It's as if the locks on your cells, designed for insulin's key, have become rusty or jammed. Your pancreas initially tries its best to compensate. It ramps up insulin production, working overtime almost desperately to push glucose into your cells. For a while, it might even succeed, keeping your blood sugar levels in check. But this overwork is unsustainable. Over time, those hardworking beta cells in your pancreas can become exhausted, damaged, and eventually, they simply can't produce enough insulin to overcome the resistance. The supply can no longer meet the demand, and that's when blood glucose levels begin to rise persistently, leading to a diagnosis of type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, your liver, which typically stores and releases glucose as needed, can also become dysregulated, releasing too much glucose into your bloodstream, especially overnight, further complicating the picture. Understanding these intricate biological processes, the genetic predispositions, the environmental influences, and the critical role of lifestyle in shaping your body's ability to manage glucose is incredibly empowering. It helps you grasp that diabetes isn't a moral failing. It's a complex physiological condition, but knowing the why only sets the stage. In our next segment, we'll dive into the equally crucial how we can effectively treat, manage, and even prevent the progression of diabetes, allowing you to regain control and truly thrive. Welcome back, my friends. In our previous discussion, we delved deep into the why of diabetes, its intricate causes, from genetic predispositions to the subtle biological shifts within your body, especially as we navigate life over 40. Now, with that foundational understanding, it's time to shift our focus to the how. How do we, as individuals living with or at risk, take proactive steps to manage, treat, and even prevent its progression, ensuring we maintain a vibrant, fulfilling life? This is where true empowerment begins, transforming knowledge into actionable strategies. For those of you living with type 1 diabetes, the path to management is clear, yet profoundly vital. Insulin is your lifeline. Your body, as we discussed, no longer produces this essential hormone, the key that unlocks your cells for glucose. Consistent insulin therapy is not merely a treatment. It is a replacement, a meticulously calculated supplement. You might administer insulin through daily injections, carefully timed and dosed, or perhaps you utilize an insulin pump, a sophisticated device delivering a continuous, precise flow. These methods, managed in close partnership with your healthcare team, are the cornerstone of balanced blood sugar and long-term health. Think of it as providing the missing key, ensuring your body's engine always has the perfectly calibrated fuel it needs to run smoothly, allowing you to live without constant concern about energy supply. Now, let's turn our attention to type 2 diabetes, where the treatment landscape is often more varied and highly individualized. Have you ever truly considered the immense power you hold over your own health? For many with type 2, the first and most impactful steps involve profound lifestyle modifications, changes entirely within your grasp. Imagine transforming your plate into a vibrant palette of health, incorporating a diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods, lean proteins, an abundance of colorful vegetables, fiber-filled fruits, and complex carbohydrates. This isn't about deprivation. It's about intelligent nourishment, choosing foods that help stabilize your blood sugar by releasing glucose slowly, avoiding sharp spikes and crashes. You're giving your body the best possible fuel. Studies consistently demonstrate that even modest, sustainable dietary changes can significantly improve insulin sensitivity and glucose control. Are you ready to embrace food as a powerful form of medicine? Alongside nutrition, physical activity stands as a formidable and often underestimated ally. Remember how we talked about your muscles craving glucose for energy? Regular exercise, whether it's a brisk walk, a refreshing swim, cycling, or even vigorous gardening, acts like a natural insulin sensitizer. It helps your cells become far more responsive to the insulin your body does produce, effectively opening those rusty locks we discussed. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity each week, combined with strength training a couple of times. You don't need to become a marathon runner. Even consistent, manageable activity can make a world of difference in your blood sugar management, circulation, and overall well-being. What small, enjoyable steps can you take today to integrate more invigorating movement into your life? Beyond lifestyle, medical interventions play a crucial role, especially as diabetes progresses, or if lifestyle changes alone aren't sufficient. Your doctor might prescribe oral medications designed to address specific aspects of type 2 diabetes. Some medications increase your body's sensitivity to insulin, helping your cells respond better. Others might stimulate your pancreas to produce more insulin, or reduce the amount of glucose your liver releases. There are also medications that slow down carbohydrate absorption or help your kidneys remove excess glucose. In some cases, even for type 2 diabetes, insulin therapy might become necessary if your pancreas can no longer produce enough insulin to meet your body's demands. These pharmacological tools, carefully chosen and managed by your medical team, are powerful complements to your lifestyle efforts. But how do you know if these efforts are truly working? This brings us to the indispensable practice of regular glucose monitoring. Whether it's through simple finger prick tests or sophisticated continuous glucose monitors, understanding your blood sugar trends is like having a real-time dashboard of your body's energy system. This invaluable data empowers you and your healthcare provider to make informed, timely adjustments to your diet, exercise, and medication, ensuring your treatment plan remains precisely tailored to your unique, evolving needs. This is your compass, guiding you toward optimal control. And what about prevention? For those at risk of type 2 diabetes, or even those already diagnosed but aiming to prevent complications, the very same lifestyle modifications we've discussed are incredibly powerful. Maintaining a healthy weight, engaging in regular physical activity, and adopting a balanced, mindful diet are not just treatments. They are fundamental pillars of health that actively work against the progression of the disease. Avoiding tobacco use is another critical factor, as nicotine and other chemicals can further impair insulin sensitivity and significantly increase the risk of serious complications. The ultimate benefit of all these efforts is not merely about managing numbers on a lab report. It's about securing your future, enriching your present. It's about preventing the serious, debilitating complications that diabetes can bring: heart disease, kidney problems, vision loss, nerve damage, and more. More importantly, it's about maintaining your energy, your vitality, your cognitive sharpness, so you can continue to enjoy your family, pursue your passions, travel, engage in hobbies, and live every moment to the fullest. With the right knowledge, the right tools, and consistent, empowered action, diabetes does not have to define your life. It is a condition you can actively manage, allowing you not just to cope, but to truly thrive. In our final segment, we'll bring all these threads together, moving beyond the medical aspects to explore the holistic journey of living an empowered and fulfilling life with diabetes. We'll focus on the crucial role of mental well-being, building robust support systems, and embracing your unique journey with confidence and resilience. Join us as we conclude our exploration, leaving you with actionable insights for a healthier, happier you, ready to face the future with optimism. Welcome back, my friends. We've journeyed through the intricate science of diabetes, exploring its definitions, the distinct paths of type 1 and type 2, the underlying causes, and the powerful tools of treatment and prevention. We've equipped ourselves with knowledge about insulin therapy, lifestyle modifications, and the vital role of monitoring. But now, as we bring our exploration to a close, let's shift our focus from the purely medical to the profoundly human. The holistic journey of living an empowered and fulfilling life with diabetes, especially as we navigate our seasoned years. Beyond the numbers on your glucose monitor, beyond the carefully planned meals and the daily medications, lies a crucial, often overlooked, dimension of diabetes management: your mental and emotional well-being. Have you ever felt the weight of this condition? The quiet moments of frustration when your blood sugar doesn't cooperate? Or the anxiety that can creep in when thinking about potential complications? You are not alone. Living with a chronic condition like diabetes can be emotionally taxing. It's a continuous balancing act, a daily commitment that can, at times, feel overwhelming. It's perfectly normal to experience stress, sadness, or even anger. The key, however, is acknowledging these feelings and developing strategies to manage them effectively. Think about how you typically handle stress. Do you find solace in a quiet hobby, a reflective walk, or perhaps connecting with loved ones? Practicing mindfulness, engaging in meditation, or even simply taking a few deep, calming breaths throughout your day can be incredibly powerful tools to reduce the mental load. Sometimes, the most courageous step you can take is to reach out for professional help. A therapist or counselor specializing in chronic illness can provide invaluable support, helping you navigate the emotional landscape of diabetes and develop coping mechanisms that truly resonate with your unique experience. Remember, nurturing your mind is just as vital as managing your physical health. They are inextricably linked in your journey toward well-being. And who is in your corner? Building a robust support system is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Imagine having a network of people who understand, who listen without judgment, and who offer encouragement when you need it most. This could be your family and friends, who, with a little education, can become your greatest cheerleaders. Or perhaps it's a diabetes support group, where you can connect with others who truly get it. People who share similar experiences, insights, and practical tips for navigating daily challenges. Online communities also offer a vast network of individuals dedicated to empowering one another. Sharing your experiences, learning from others, and feeling that sense of belonging can dramatically reduce feelings of isolation and fortify your resolve. You don't have to walk this path alone. Your journey with diabetes is a marathon, not a sprint. It demands resilience, patience, and a healthy dose of self-compassion. There will be good days and challenging days, moments of triumph and moments of setback. The aim isn't perfection. It's consistent, informed effort and a willingness to learn and adapt. Celebrate your small victories, a perfectly managed meal, a consistent exercise routine, a moment where you chose self-care over stress. These are the building blocks of long-term success. Embrace the unique aspects of your condition, understanding that it's a part of your story, but it does not define your entire narrative. You are more than your diagnosis. The ultimate benefit of all these efforts, both medical and holistic, circles back to the promise we made at the very beginning: living a full, active, and vibrant life. It's about maintaining the energy to chase after your grandchildren, to embark on that long-dreamed-of trip, to pursue new hobbies, or to simply savor the quiet moments with a clear, sharp mind. It's about preventing those serious complications that can diminish your quality of life, ensuring your heart, kidneys, eyes, and nerves remain healthy for years to come. With the right knowledge, consistent care, and a resilient spirit, diabetes becomes a condition you manage, rather than one that manages you. You gain control, empowering you to author a future filled with optimism and boundless possibilities.